You know, when we talk about our favorite gadgets, we usually focus on the big, flashy stuff, right? The bright screens, the super fast processors. But deep inside every one of them, there's this unsung hero, this tiny component that's working nonstop to hold everything together. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain and take a look at the thing that literally stores your digital life.
So, what is this secret ingredient? What's the little piece of magic that holds your operating system, your apps, all your photos, and then serves them all up in the blink of an eye?
Well, the answer probably isn't what you're thinking. It's not some tiny little hard drive, and it's way more than a simple memory card. It's a powerful, all-in-one chip that manages pretty much everything you store on your device. It really is the unsung hero of your tech.
Let's give it its proper name, eMMC, which stands for Embedded Multimedia Card. Now, the best way to wrap your head around it is to think of it as both the library and the librarian for your device, all crammed into one tiny little package. It doesn't just hold the books, it organizes them and knows exactly where to find everything.
So to really get how this all works, we're not going to talk in abstracts. We are going to get super specific and look at a real-world example. It's a perfect case study that shows off the power and efficiency of modern eMMC storage.
So let's meet our guide for this deep dive, the XT28EG08GA1SLECGA. Yeah, I know, that's a mouthful. Basically, it's an 8GB eMMC 5.1 chip, and it's made by a company that really specializes in this stuff, XTX Technology.
And here is the absolute key takeaway. This isn't just a chunk of flash memory. This single, tiny package contains both the flash memory itself, the part that actually stores the data, and the intelligent controller that manages it all. It's a complete, self-contained little storage system. So how in the world does such a small component pack such a big punch? All right, let's pop the hood and get into the technical details to see what really makes this thing tick. This diagram really helps visualize it. Okay, on the left, you've got the host. That's the main brain of your phone or your tablet. It sends out a command, something like, hey, open up this app. That command zips over to the eMMC on the right. Inside the eMMC, its own little manager, the device controller, takes that request, finds the exact data it needs in the memory, and sends it right back. It handles all the nitty-gritty details, which frees up the main processor to worry about other things. And it does its job fast, really fast. This chip can read data at 280 megabytes per second and write it at 85. For you, that just means your apps launch in a snap and your whole device just feels quick and responsive. But wait, it gets even better. When this thing really kicks into high gear, a special mode called HS400, it can hit a peak speed of 400 megabytes per second. What does that mean in the real world? It means your phone can record high-res video without a single stutter or handle any other really data-heavy task without breaking a sweat. It's not just about speed, it's about being tough and smart. It has internal error correction so your data doesn't get corrupted. It's got protection for sudden power loss, so if your battery dies, you don't lose everything. It runs on low power, which is great for your battery life. And get this, it even supports firmware updates so it can actually get better over time. Okay, so we know it's fast, we know it's reliable, but where does this technology actually live? Let's zoom out and see how this one tiny chip ends up powering so many of the devices we use every single day. I mean, just look at this list. It's pretty amazing how versatile this is. You'll find eMMC storage in, of course, your smartphone and tablet, but also your smart TV, your set-top box, your e-reader, even digital cameras, media players, and those little electronic learning toys for kids, they all depend on this exact kind of storage. So why 8 gigabytes? Well, for a ton of these devices, that is the absolute sweet spot. It's the perfect amount of space to hold the operating system, all the essential apps that come pre-installed, and the other core functions that just need to be super fast and super reliable. Now, a component this important doesn't just appear out of thin air, right? It's part of a huge technology ecosystem, a journey that starts with a company that designs it and ends with the one that gets it into the hands of device makers. So let's circle back to the creator, XTX Technology. This is a company that lives and breathes this stuff. They specialize in creating these kinds of advanced memory solutions. These are the experts, the engineers who build all that power and reliability we've been talking about. But making the chip is only half the story. A company like eBetter Company Limited plays this absolutely crucial role as the distributor. Think of them as the vital link in the chain, making sure these powerful little components get from the factory to the innovators who are designing the next cool gadget we're all going to want. So the next time you turn on your TV or pick up your tablet, just take a second to remember that little unsung hero inside, that eMMC chip working away behind the scenes. It really makes you wonder, right? As our devices get smarter and our need for data just keeps exploding, what's the next storage hero going to look like?